To let you know the prices of the hybrid vehicle trims that you'll likely purchase, the premium is 49,390,000 won, the exclusive is 53,890,000 won, and that's the high-end trim. The calligraphy trim is 66 million won, and the highest trim, black ink, has been changed to 60,960,000 won. Hello, this is Yomak Gurum. To the existing Grandeur owners, I apologize. It might be good to close your eyes for a moment now. There's a reason. As the Grandeur marks its 40th anniversary, it hasn't just undergone minor changes, but changes on the level of a full redesign. I've seen it in advance, and at this level, it's changed so much in terms of emotion and quality that you wouldn't envy Genesis. So let's check together now what exactly has changed. First, let's check the front design. It looks completely the same as before, but it's actually different. The horizon lamp has gotten thinner. With the addition of a more dynamic image to the previously dignified look, it feels much younger. But if you look closely, the thickness of this lamp has become even thinner. Also, the side has been extended and previously there was lettering here. So the lamp itself has become much longer. The reason it feels even younger is that if you look from the side, it's like the forehead is slightly protruding and the headlamps now have a shark nose design. Also, the grille is slightly recessed, which definitely creates a more dynamic image. Especially the pattern design of the grille was already an inverted triangle, but now it has become smaller and gradually it has been completely integrated from the previous two-line grille. The design of the headlamp has also changed. At first I thought it might be the MLA lamp provided by Genesis, but it doesn't seem to be. However, like Genesis, it has become a bit smaller and is made up of a total of 6 lamps. So with a single line of horizon lamp, the headlamp and the protruding shark nose design, the side view looks about 10 years younger, and there was another change as well. This time, an aerodynamic design has been added. If you look at the back, you can see some paper here, right? This part is actually open, and this design has also been added this time. There's an important change, the next generation hybrid. You guys were really looking forward to this, right? They've equipped it with a next generation hybrid system. Now, in the large engine bay, existing owners might actually be a bit disappointed, but the powertrain system has changed. The next generation hybrid system uses the TMD2 method. I should mention this during the test drive review, but there have also been changes to the cowl structure and overall rigidity. So I'm telling you, it's basically on the level of a full redesign. This is the side design. The total length of the vehicle is 5,000 meters. It's about 15 millimeters longer than the previous model. The reason is that the front part sticks out a bit more, adding 15 mm. But here's the thing. Let me tell you 2 impressive features of the new side profile. First, it's the formula of a facelift. It's the wheel design. The wheel design has a sharp, razor-like feel, kind of masculine, and it also looks like a turbine that's about to suck everything in. The design has changed to give that impression. The second change to the side, and another difference, is that the side repeater used to be right here, but now it's moved to the side of the fender. This was something you would see on the Genesis brand, especially on mid-size or larger models like the G9280 and G80. It used to be exclusive to Genesis, but now you can see it on the Grandeur as well. For this reason, the front single-line horizon lamp and the side repeater have changed to a wraparound design that seems to surround the entire vehicle. The changes to the rear are really dramatic, and there's a reason for that. Previously, the turn signal was right here, provided in this black insulated strip. But now, in response to consumer needs, they've finally moved it up. You need to take a closer look, because just because it's moved up doesn't mean it works together with the tail lamp as a bifunction. If you look here, you can see it's gradually lit up like this. This design has been newly added here, and you can see the turn signal from this side. So, as I mentioned before, this facelifted Grandeur is actually a full model change disguised as a facelift. I told you, it's almost like a full model change. But you know what? It's still too early to be surprised just by looking at the exterior design. Why? Because the changes inside are even more dramatic. Let's check out the interior. The most dramatic change is the interior space. If you're an existing owner, you might want to close your eyes for this. The interior is a completely different space. The 17-inch flare connect, which almost seems unbelievable, really catches your eye. The dashboard space has completely changed. A slim instrument cluster has been newly added. And with the addition of the slim instrument cluster, does the HUD disappear? Many have said this, but it's not true. The HUD is right in front of me. You can select it, but even with the slim instrument cluster, does it serve the same purpose? No, it doesn't. It's provided as an option, so the HUD's UI has been improved. So, existing owners might have to close their eyes tightly. Let's check things one by one. First, the steering wheel, which is used the most inside the car. Ah, this is it. The previous one looked like a robot, right? Since this part wasn't open, honestly, it was inconvenient. The new steering wheel has a D-cut at the top and bottom, and it's thicker. It should have been like this from the start, so that's a bit of a shame. The amazing part is that the steering wheel's UI has completely changed from before. Even at a glance, you can see it's now in a cross shape, like north, south, east, and west. Previously, there were 2 buttons on the top and 2 on the bottom. Now, you can easily press them even with your eyes closed, making it much more convenient to operate. Similarly, the right side was changed to a cross-shaped layout. There's another change as well. The column type that used to be here has become even slimmer, and it's been simplified like this. The new design is very clear. Previously, there were opinions that the display behind the steering wheel was a bit obstructed, but now nothing is blocked. Even the slim instrument panel used to be in this area, but now it doesn't block anything. Frequently used function buttons are also no longer obstructed. Also, an M shape has appeared. When you press the button in drive mode, it switches to M mode. So, where did the wiper function that used to be here go? It has been moved to the left area. If you press here once, the wiper will swipe once, and if you press it again, it will move continuously. It has been changed to this side. The first, second, and third levels have been changed to Auto 1, Auto 2, and Auto 3. So, where did the drive mode go? It used to be here, right? The drive mode has now moved to the left side, right here. Based on this design, all the new vehicles that will be released domestically in the future will be completely changed to this steering wheel design. The most important part of the interior is the 17-inch infotainment system. Previously, it was 12.3 inches, right? The 17-inch version has greatly improved the previously slim design. So the vertical width has really increased, and if you think of 17 inches, it's probably bigger than what you imagine. It's much bigger. The largest laptop you've probably seen is 17 or 18 inches, right? You can think of it like that. In the actual car, the screen is made up of 3 windows. On the left side, there's an information window that shows the vehicle's status information. 2/3 of the area is the app window. This app window can be divided into a map area and a media area, so you can use it conveniently. The bottom part is the GMB, which stands for Global Navigation Bar. It's provided here. So, are these functions always fixed in place? No, they're not. Airflow and temperature settings are fixed. These areas here will show the features you use most often, so the ones you've used recently will be displayed like this. For example, if you tap YouTube, it will show up like this. And with PLEOS's new Glare AI, now you can experience more natural interactions. You can now use simpler commands. Previously, you had to say open the window or turn off the ventilated seat, but now saying I'm cold will automatically turn off the air conditioner. If the passenger says me too, their side's air conditioner will also turn off. So I'll show you again in the test drive just how much more convenient it is to use, but let me tell you something. There's another change at the front. It looks like a design you might see in real furniture. If you look at the dashboard, you won't see any air vents anymore. Then how can we use the airflow function? It's now motorized. In reality, the air vents are hidden inside and you can control them from here. Because of all these changes, I think existing owners will be really surprised when they see the facelifted Grandeur. And in the lower area of the PLEOS connector, there are newly designed physical buttons. Previously, there was an additional floating display down here, so when you sat and looked at it, it felt like you were looking down. But now the physical buttons feel much more premium. It's completely different. Wow, this level of feeling, it's really something. I think you should definitely try operating it yourself if you get the chance. On both sides, there are buttons for things like ventilation and heating, which are the most frequently used. And look at this. Wow, even these details have become really luxurious in the Grandeur. It has a bumpy design, but including the feel when you use it, it's become really smooth. There's temperature control, airflow control, and the most frequently used... Oh! Wow, the bumpy design isn't just here, it's also on the top. Since it's not on the other side, before, when I was driving, I had to look for the hazard button to press it. But now, only the hazard button area has this bumpy design. So while driving, you can naturally reach out, feel it, and immediately know, oh, this is the hazard button. It's been improved, so you can tell right away. At the bottom of the center console, 2 charging functions are provided, And the design of this center console has completely changed as well. The buttons seem bigger overall. Wow, it really feels luxurious. I can't help but think how great it would have been if they had made it like this from the start. So, when Grandeur owners see this, they'll probably think, wow, do I need to change my car? That's how much it's changed. The ambient lighting now shines from top to bottom instead of being shown directly, and this is the same method used in Genesis. This really feels like wood texture, and the calligraphy badge plate is provided here. Wow, in a word, it's really become much more luxurious. Also, the glass roof has been newly added this time. You can control it in 6 stages, adjusting the transparency. So where can you adjust this? The first way is through the overhead console. Previously, the sunroof was also controlled here, but the design has completely changed. Second, of course, you can also control it through BlueLink Connect. You can use whichever method is more convenient for you. And a dual opening console is provided like this. Oh, this part is covered with rubber too. These are definitely details that come from experience. There's rubber here, so it can be completely sealed. The buttons are also made quite large. They did a really good job with these parts. There's ambient lighting at the bottom as well, and it's also provided under both sides. And now, this quilted design that you usually see in luxury seats has been newly applied this time. It's not super soft, but it is made of a soft material. So it's not as plush as a sofa, but when you press it, it does give a little. This part has definitely become more luxurious. It feels kind of like furniture. And with the addition of the large display, it really feels like a lounge now. Now let's check out the second row space. Let's take a look at the second row space as well. It's really changed a lot. First, the design of the seats is completely different. It kind of looks like a prototype, and since it has a cross shape, it definitely feels a bit simple. Because it's perforated, the part where your back touches and even the bottom area seem like they'll feel cooler. Oh wait, was this always here? There's now a light in the buckle. I don't recall if it was before, but features like this are necessary, especially when adults are sitting here at night and it's dark. It's pitch dark, so you can't find the seatbelt. I really want to praise this part. Look at the floor. The mat has a checkerboard pattern like this. Wow. Hyundai has come this far. But you know, the hybrid vehicle that most people will actually choose has had a lot of changes in the second row. So, what has changed? First, the Grandeur hybrid vehicle didn't offer a reclining function, right? I mean, how can a full-size car not offer a reclining function? Now it does. But the hybrid vehicle had a large battery under the seat, so there were limitations on these features. Neither the reclining feature nor ventilated seats were available either, even in this great car during the summer. Well, finally, with the facelift, both the reclining function and the ventilated seats are newly available here. Of course, these features will be optional. When you sit in the second row, something feels different. With the addition of this glass roof, I think the headroom has increased a bit. Previously, the headroom had this kind of shape, like this. But now, it seems like the headroom space has increased. Also, instead of knit material, they finished it with luxurious suede, which is a symbol of premium cars. The ceiling and even the B-pillar are neatly and elegantly finished like this. And with the addition of the ventilated seat function, both ventilation and heating features are now available in the second row with buttons. That's a welcome change. The quilting is still here. For those seeing it for the first time, you might even think it's a sofa. The feeling really gives off a lounge-like vibe. Since the second row has power seats, you can slide them forward and wow, it moves this much. Now let's try moving it back. That's amazing, really amazing. The fact that the lower seat moves this much means the recline moves that much too. Let me show you this one more time. The seat doesn't just move back and forth. When it comes out like this, the seat rises up from below like this. Your legs are comfortably supported like this. Let me try again and move it back now. This seat goes down, right? It's going down like this. Now my palm is going up. See, it's rising. If you look at the front, wow, it really works. Wow, the recline in the back comes up this high. And when it goes down, let me try it again. When you lower it and move forward like this, there's almost this much difference. The second row space has really become so much more comfortable. Here, the glass roof can be adjusted in a total of 6 steps. It would have been even better if these features were available in the second row, but unfortunately, it seems like you can't control the glass roof from the second row. Still, this is pretty impressive, isn't it? Where is this? Even in a car like the Grandeur, they've improved visibility by opening up the lamp like this. And looking at this again, it really feels like real wood. So, is there no cup holder? Of course there's one. Press the front and it opens like this. Wow, even when sitting in the second row, it doesn't just feel like a Grandeur anymore, it really feels like a Genesis now. In the second row, you get separate climate controls including ventilation and heating, so passengers in the back can be comfortable too. If there's one thing that's a bit disappointing, it's that the climate controls are only available here. Well, in SUVs of the same class or larger, these controls are also provided on the B-pillar here. Maybe that's just me being greedy. They're not provided on the B-pillar. Let's take a final look at the ambient lighting area in the second row. On the sides, it's provided like this. And compared to direct lighting, when you have metal and the light shines from below, the light itself looks more diffused. They really consider details like this in the design. The second row is really comfortable, especially if you want more spaciousness in the second row. The front-wheel drive model definitely feels roomier than the rear-wheel drive one. Of course, compared to the Genesis G80, which is in the same segment, the Grandeur's second-row legroom and overall cabin space are much wider. Of course, the power curtains are provided like this. When it comes to convenience features, I don't think there's anything more you could ask for. So, are there any changes to the new powertrain? Except for the next-generation hybrid being applied, the powertrain remains the same as before. It comes with a 2.5 and 3.5 gasoline turbo, and you can also choose the 3.5 LPI. However, with the next generation hybrid, the previous fuel efficiency was 18.0 km per liter, but now it's 18.4 km, which is a meaningful improvement of about 0.4 km. Considering that the actual hybrid fuel efficiency is higher, this kind of change could be an important factor when choosing a hybrid vehicle. So, how about the new price? First, for the gasoline models, the premium is 42.5 million won, the exclusive is 47 million won, the calligraphy is 53.17 million won, and the black ink is 54.07 million won. These prices have increased by about 3 million won compared to before. Depending on your standards, you might think, isn't this reasonable? Some people might say this, especially those interested in hybrids, and for those who think price is really important, checking out existing stock vehicles could also be a good option. And to tell you the prices for the hybrid trims, which many people will likely buy, premium is 49.39 million won, exclusive is 53.89 million won, and that's the high-end trim. Calligraphy is 66 million won, and the highest trim, black ink, has been changed to 69.6 million won. Now, the Grandeur contracts will begin. If you purchase from Wellcar, you can get free tinting and PPF events. You'll also receive 5 points that you can use at the Wellcar shop. Use them immediately to buy car accessories in the shopping mall tab. Really, the most important thing is the price, right? You can find vehicles at the lowest prices. Wondering why? The app's main screen has been updated. Here, all the reasons why it's cheap are explained. It's possible because this is a platform where you can buy a new car and get package installations all at once. If you do new car purchases and packages separately, it ends up costing more in sales overhead. But at Wellcar, there's no need for that. In the end, you can save costs. And if you only want a new car package, Wellcar operates its own service center. A quick quote with just one click, and you can conveniently receive a custom quote for the service you want. Feel free to compare us confidently with other places. But don't be fooled by the vehicle discount amount. Even if the vehicle discount looks big, sometimes they make a profit from the new car package. This is something you definitely need to check. We suggest the right purchase method and discount benefits for your situation, so you can avoid unnecessary expenses. And buying a car isn't something you decide in just one day. Since you can check the daily vehicle popularity rankings and rental prices yourself, it will be a big help when you make your purchase. Alright, we've just looked at the Grandeur facelift. But remember what I said in the intro? I said I was really sorry to the existing Grandeur owners, but that they'd have to brace themselves. Now you can see why I said that. Especially, the exterior design has changed little by little, but it definitely looks younger. Above all, on the rear side, the rear lamps and turn signals have been moved up. They've been moved up, right? It was really nice to see that Hyundai is listening well to the needs of consumers. And inside, it's changed dramatically, almost like a full model change or even more. You really have to check out the 17-inch infotainment system. It feels like a completely different car. So, to put it simply, even though the price has gone up, the interior quality has improved so much that it doesn't make you envy Genesis level interiors. Especially for those who want rear seat comfort and space, the front-wheel drive Grandeur definitely has its own appeal compared to rear-wheel drive cars. Now, I'll see you next time with a test drive video. They say they further reduced vibrations and reinforced key areas this time. They mentioned that it's changed, so I'll see you in the test drive video to show you exactly what has changed. This has been Yonmo Yonmotgurum. Thank you.
If this was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get accurate new car information quickly. Thank you.